EDU 224, From Vision to Reality, My Personal Ideology of Education. So what is an ideology? According to Bartlett and Burton 2016, an ideology is systems of broad beliefs and values of the nature of the world. Within education, ideologies are a collection of ideas held by different people expressing what education should look like, how its formal arrangements are organized, and the methods used to teaching. This can often be controversial and have contrasting views, such as the outlook of child-centered learning compared to more traditional methods of teaching. My ideology mainly focuses on the emphasis of the individual, successfully addressing the needs and interests of each unique learner. My ideology also includes components of some emphasis of knowledge and on society. It is crucially important that children are not only learning what they want to learn, but also have a range of subject knowledge in which will be useful in later life. Producing learners in which have a broad knowledge, are creative, flexible, and practical will be proficient in the workforce in order to improve society and the economy furthermore. I believe that teaching must be child-centered, in which is my first principle, influenced by Maria Montessori, a pioneer in education. Isaacs 2012 explains that the Montessori approach conceives of the child as the leader of learning. The needs and the interests of all learners must be at the heart of every good teacher. This will allow increased engagement and development in the classroom in order for them to reach their academic potential. My second principle is of developing the child as a whole. Guy Claxton states that we shouldn't just be educating children for exam results. We need to prepare them for lifelong learning, and this includes building their mental, emotional, social, and physical self-esteem for a successful future. If children are happy within themselves, learning is more of an enjoyable experience and greater achievements can be made. A supportive learning environment can have a huge effect on pupils' development. The classroom should be warm, colourful and calm, in which was influenced by Rudolf Steiner. He suggested that by using warm colours, such as pastel blue and pink, the room will not be visually overstimulating. This allows concentration to be retained. Isaacs 2012 also states that the Montessori's favourable environment has learning materials in which represent curricular content, meaning all of the resources in the room have a useful purpose to enhance learning. All furniture in the classroom should also be child-friendly to meet their personal needs. The UN Convention of the Rights of the Child endorses that every child has the right to an education. Each child should be given the same equal opportunities despite their ethnicity, religion, or socio-economic background. It's essential that inclusive practices are put in place so teaching can benefit all learners. Some practices include specialist teaching for disadvantaged pupils, giving them extra support outside the classroom. Having differentiated learning activities also allow children to be challenged appropriately, helping them achieve their own academic potential. All pupils must be treated fairly. Guy Claxton states that students who are more confident of their own learning ability learn faster and learn better, in which is why building confidence and resilience is my fifth principle. During school, there was always that dreaded phase of just have a go, even though you had no idea on what was expected of you. It's not until you get older to realise that it's important to encourage risk-taking and to learn from our mistakes. This helps build our resilience to try again until we get the outcomes we need. Strong relationships between pupils, teachers and parents are key to a successful education. Pupils must feel comfortable within their learning environment, in which can be achieved by the sense of security a teacher can bring. They must develop pupils' self-worth and support them to achieve good work, addressing their needs and interests. Teacher and parent relationships, I believe, are extremely important too. It allows teachers to be aware of any needs they have in which may be unaware of. It gives them an insight into their home life, and any problems or issues can be supported, such as the use of school counselling. With frequent communication, parents can also help to support their learning at home. This can promote a more positive school life. My seventh principle is of having a broad range of knowledge, in which was influenced by Robin Alexander and Ken Robinson alike. Alexander suggests that primary schools need a broad curriculum. It can stimulate learning across a range of subjects which can be beneficial to society. It can lead to a handful of qualifications you can then take forward into employment. As well as having knowledge in the core subjects seen as more significant in society today, it's essential that we include more creativity in the classroom. We should not only encourage creative learning within English, maths and science, but promote subjects such as arts and drama too. Robinson suggests that it can increase the mastery of skills, knowledge and ideas, and it can involve making critical judgments and connections needed to benefit society. Finally, my last principle is making learning fun. Children should have an enjoyable school experience. They should be motivated to learn, encouraged by enthusiastic teachers in which can make lessons interesting and stimulating. In Montessori's approach, children have a spontaneous choice of activities in which every child can engage in, reflecting on their own needs and interests. If a child is engaged in what they enjoy, concentration is high and learning is exceeded. In conclusion, my ideology can be very complex. It takes ideas and approaches from many different educational pioneers, both past and present, to inform me on the very best practices to teaching and learning. All of my main principles to my personal ideology, to me, have equal importance, and I believe that they can create a strong, supportive, and influential education system today.